This is how the screen might look with the Photoshop in a Day manual open on the right so we can read and follow all the instructions, and the image we're working on open on the left. We're going to look at the clone stamp tool, which is very useful for cleaning marks and scratches off an image. To see dirty marks and to work on them successfully, we first need to increase the size of the image on the screen. So we go to View and drop down to Fit on Screen. The image increases in size as much as possible on your monitor while still showing the whole image area. We can make it bigger still by going to View and dropping down to Zoom In. With the scroll bars on the right and at the bottom of the image, we can reposition the image. So we move it around to show the plain wall behind the plant on the left where there's some dirty marks we need to clean up. Now we select the clone stamp tool from the toolbox by clicking on it, and we need to choose a brush size. So with the brush icon is in the top option bar, we click on that to open up its panel, and we'll choose a brush size of 9 pixels. Might look. Which is very useful for the image. Still, if you find that the result isn't quite good enough, we can undo the last action by going to Edit and Undo Clone Stamp, and then we can take a new sample, perhaps from a slightly different area, and stamp on it there. When we've done it, we can say, well, is the join good? It might look fine. It could be that the edge of the brush is a bit too hard. Well, we can fix this by going to the brush icon and adjusting the hardness of the brush. We can drop it down to, say, 80%, where the join might merge in better with the background area. We want to avoid 100% softness, as the resulting repair can look too fuzzy. This setting should be reserved for out of focus areas, and even then it should be used with caution. That's all on the clone stamp for now. Now we'll have a brief look at the one of the healing brush tools. The Spot Healing Brush tool will clean up small unwanted marks from an image even more easily than the standard healing brush. This brush will make its own sample from the pixels around the mark and match in the texture, tone and lighting. From the toolbox, choose the Spot Healing Brush tool, which is among a group of 4 here. In the options bar, click on the brush icon to open its dialog box. The relevant adjusters here are diameter and hardness. Leave spacing at 25%. Set hardness at 100%, and that tends to give best results on most images. The diameter of the brush should be sufficient to cover the unwanted mark and still allow space around the blemish. For mode, often this can be left at normal, sometimes replace works better. It just depends on the image. Proximity match will use the pixels around the edge of the brush shape to make the repair. Normally it works well. If the result isn't ideal, then try the create texture option here. So we'll have a brush size of 10 pixels for this image, and we hold the cursor over small white marks and click. There's one there, there's one there. the brush creates its own repair and merges the edge in with the surrounding area. Sometimes you'll find that a second or third dab with the brush is necessary to get a good repair. Little one there, little one there, and there's one down here. Also, the brush can be dragged slightly over larger marks and scratches. Do it in small strokes though, not in big long strokes. It works better with small strokes like this. Now the spot healing brush will certainly not work on everything, even though it seems to work like magic on many occasions. On fine detail, one can be better off with the standard healing brush and sometimes with the clone stamp tool.